A few months ago, I got the Google Home Mini in the charcoal grey color. Some of you guys may remember it from my video for the holiday special series a while back. And sure, a smart speaker is cool and neat and useful and all. But what does the Google Home Mini have to offer in this current market? And are smart speakers really worth it? Let's dive into the world of smart home appliances and see if the Home Mini is a worthwhile purchase. Hey guys, it's Wired here, and today we're reviewing the Google Home Mini, a decent smart speaker on a budget. The Google Home Mini is the cheapest option for smart speakers in the Google Home lineup, which also has the normal Google Home and the Google Home Max. I got mine for $40 Canadian on a Boxing Day sale, but right now it's around $70 Canadian or around $55 to $60 American, which can be a little pricey. The color I got mine in was the charcoal color, although it also comes in coral and chalk colors, pretty much orange and white. The Home Mini charges with a micro USB cable instead of the standard USB-C, which can be a little bit annoying. The charging brick that comes with it is also a little bit too bulky for my liking and takes up a little bit too much space on an outlet. But because it's still relatively standard with its micro USB port, you can still swap it out with pretty much any cable if need be. I still would have liked to see a USB Type-C port though, just to try to push that standard forward. The Mini itself is a small, rounded, pebble-shaped device with a flat bottom and a curved top. It has a fabric mesh covering the top to conceal the speaker and the touch-sensitive inputs, but the bottom is made with smooth plastic along the sides and a grippy non-skid base. This minimalistic design can look aesthetically pleasing in virtually any environment, with the exception of the coral color scheme, which is in my opinion ruined by its awkward and gaudy colors. Underneath the mesh covering of the Mini are two touch-sensitive regions. These are used for mainly controlling the volume and playing or pausing music.
People may be watching, I don't mind.
There also used to be a handful of other gestures, such as calling for the Google Assistant just by touching it, but these have since been removed, probably due to accidental triggers. Whatever the case, I found that I really only use the gestures for media purposes anyways. The sound quality on the Google Home Mini isn't fantastic or outstanding in any way. It's fairly adept at filling a space and can get decently loud, but the sound feels a little more echoey and not as full or rich as even a $20 pair of desktop speakers. Doing a brief comparison with my cheap speakers on my desk, the Google Home Mini does provide arguably better quality sound, as in the music playing from it is very clear and the bass is a bit more emphasized than my cheap speakers, but even those speakers are more satisfying to listen to, as they simply just fill the room that much better. The Mini also sounds a little like it's echoing out of a tin can, which isn't particularly noticeable, but in a side-by-side comparison, it shows off a little more prominently than I would prefer. Overall, it's not the best sounding, and if you're gonna get it just to play music, there are a wide variety of other more functional speakers out there for a fraction of the price. Of course, audio quality is far from the only reason to get a smart speaker. After all, it's even in the name, smart. The Google Home Mini is built in with the Google Assistant, and it's pretty smart, to say the least. You can use the Google Home to set alarms, keep reminders, call friends and family, search stuff up, and much more. You can also connect to and control many other smart devices in your home, such as the lights, the blinds, or even play videos over Google Chromecast on your TV. To call the Google Assistant, there used to be a simple touch gesture to wake it, but now they've completely removed that gesture. Instead, it can only be called by OK Google or Hey Google. In my opinion, the Google Assistant is by far the best and most complete smart assistant on the market right now, leaving Alexa and Siri far behind in the dust. So, this sounds great and all, but how useful is it? And what role does it occupy in my daily life and work? The Google Home Mini, and all smart speakers for that matter, fit into a very streamlined and niche market. When I first got the Mini, I found myself using it almost every day as part of my daily routine, be it for setting reminders, checking the weather, or just searching up random articles on Google. Nowadays, I don't see myself using the smart aspect as much anymore, and more just utilizing it as a media device. Obviously, this has got less to do with the device and more to do with my own work and lifestyle, but either way, my usage has gone down. The Mini in particular also isn't a true living room speaker. Instead, it's more of a bedroom speaker that happens to act as an alarm clock, bedside search engine, or music player. Whether or not the Google Home Mini is a worthy purchase is completely up to you. and your way of life. And if you're someone with a lot of Philips Hue lights, uses Chromecast, and is dependent on applications such as Google Calendar, then the Google Home Mini might be a great venture into the world of smart speakers. If not, then it's probably not the right decision to spend $50 on a subpar media device, but ultimately, the decision is up to you. Overall, the Google Home Mini is an affordable and respectable smart speaker, with almost all the capability of its older siblings, the Google Home and the Google Home Max, and for the price, I would recommend it to anyone who's looking to delve into the space of smart home speakers. Even if you don't think you'd be using the Google Home Mini particularly often, it's still useful to have and a fun novelty to keep on your desk. As for smart speakers as a whole, I think as they get more prevalent, and as more technologies begin supporting them, they'll become much more widespread, and have a more definitive use in the home environment. At this point, however, it's tough to tell whether or not smart speakers will simply be another tech fad, or if they'll actually gain some traction as home entertainment and utility devices. And that's not even scratching the surface of the risks of being constantly monitored and recorded to without even realizing it. Anyways guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video and found it useful, hit that like button. If you didn't, hit that dislike button and tell us how we can improve in the future. And if you want to see more videos like these, you can check out our channel and hit the subscribe button so you can see future videos that we release in the future. Hey Google. Wired, out.
Turn off the lights.